Welcome to a new day, everyone. It's Corinna, and welcome back to the channel. So today is Friday. So guess what I did? I was vlogging yesterday, which would have been Thursday, and I had several video clips to put together, and I deleted all of them. Yes, I deleted all of them. Leave it up to me. So, so no vlog for Thursday. So yeah, I was deleting other videos and I must have accidentally clicked on several of them that I did not see and deleted them. So here I am, Friday. So what's happening today is we already ate breakfast and right now it's 10:15. I got up about 7 o'clock. We were hungry already, so I made some breakfast burritos and I've already done a video on that, so I didn't do any video on that. So right now I just made Glenn a cup of coffee and he's having some coffee with some iced molasses cookies. And I am making myself a cup of hot tea, which I like to drink in the wintertime, only in the wintertime. So, and this is my favorite cup, the snowman cup, because I love snowman. So we got this cup from Glenn's sister Diane, and she's since passed on. But she used to bring us, she used to go to the Goodwill store a lot and used to bring us like a bunch of cups, Coca-Cola cups, and she brought this cup and it has always since been my favorite cup. This is the only cup I use to drink hot drinks. If I have tea, cappuccino, hot chocolate, whatever, this is the only cup I use. It's my favorite cup because I love snowman and it's a pretty cup. So. And the only tea I drink is Lipton. I don't drink any of those like green tea or flavored teas like that. I just like my plain Lipton tea with some sugar, of course. And so, yeah, I'm going to have a cup of tea while I'm working. I am doing some more labels today. As at the same time, I'll be Mod Podging some coaster tiles. I have not finished those. And I'll be putting cork backing on the ones that I have sprayed down and completed. So I'll show you that. So stay tuned and we'll get to work. All right, I have my cup of tea here, and I put it over here away from my coaster tiles because obviously I don't want it to spill on the tiles if it does spill. So you can see my laptop here with the Christmas scene. It's an old-fashioned Christmas scene. I love that one. I use it every year. I just got my other phone here charging. This is the phone that does not have a service on it, but I use it for video. So I have that charging in case I need to use it. So I'm just going to go over here and show you my coaster tiles that are just about complete. So these are the photo coasters I've done, and I sprayed them with enamel yesterday out in the garage. And I did video on that, so you can see what I was doing, and that's one of the videos I deleted. So you won't be able to see that. All right, so you can see I've done 7 of these coasters that are to the point of they're sprayed. And this is what I'm going to do next. I'm going to put a cork backing on here, and I have these that are already pre-cut, and you take this backing off and it's adhesive so it sticks right to the tile itself. So yeah, I don't cut those down myself. I order them that way. So yeah, that's what it is. So when they put a drink on here, if it sweats, the picture will be just fine. And it's just real smooth. So yeah, that's what I do. So this particular customer ordered, I believe I said that before, 4 sets of 4. So these are going to be done after I put the tiles on. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to Mod Podge the other sets, 2 sets, and then I usually let those dry. Each layer of Mod Podge, I let it dry before I put another one on. So I'll put the layer on, and then as I'm letting it dry, I'll make some address labels, because I did set myself up where I'm right here. My printer's right here. So, okay. And then, yeah, so let's get to it. Okay, so this one is done. It's got the backing on it, so I'm just going to set it here. And the reason you put backing on it, some people just put little felt dots on the corners, and that'll do the same job. I just like the entire back covered though. So when you put that on there and you stack them, they're not going to scratch each other. It just slides on top of each other. So, okay. And it won't scratch your table either. So this is what the back looks like. Now just keep in mind, these are actual tiles that people put on their walls, like in their kitchen or bathroom. These are actually those kind of tiles. So that's why it looks so rough, and it's real sandy on the back. All right, so I'm just going to put the backing on here. I'll show you one that I do, and then I'll just do the rest without it being on camera, because that could get boring. All right, so when I peel, sorry it's so dark, it's just sunny outside, and if I open the curtain, I'm just going to get a bad glare. All right, so I just peel it back a little bit, and I start it on the coaster, on the tile itself. Okay, so it's stuck there now, and then I just peel it back. Then I'll just kind of guide it. There. And there we go. That's it. Coaster done. And now I can just stack them on each other without them scratching each other. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest, and I will get back to you guys. Okay, everyone, so I am ready to Mod Podge my last 9 tiles, and I have to do 9 because I messed one up on the last batch of the 8. So I have to do 9. All right, so I got a bigger table to work on than I did the other night when I did the other vlog, so I can lay them all out on one table. I got my tiles right here. There's my Christmas stocking. I got my tiles right here to work off. I got my new bottle of Mod Podge. I got some alcohol to wipe the tiles before I Mod Podge them to get all the dirt and dust off of them. I got my little broken up tray here to pour the Mod Podge in. Got my sponge here, and I got some extra sponges. These are from the Dollar Tree. And after time, so many times of dipping them in the Mod Podge and wiping, the ends actually start to come loose. So I may have to change my sponge quick, my brush, and so I keep the extras there. Got some paper towel, 1 for wiping down on the alcohol, and 2 in case I have a sudden mess or I have to wipe up some Mod Podge extra that falls over. So, and I have my pictures on the other table so they don't get messed up if anything happens. Okay, so we are going to get started. Okay, so for wiping down the tiles, I have them all laid out on the table here. All I'm going to do is take my bottle of alcohol, a little paper towel, and just squeeze some onto the paper towel and just give the tiles a quick wipe. Don't need that much. just enough to wipe it down. I wipe them all down right now, but before I start each one, I'll take a look at it just to make sure there's no dust. All right. I have a Christmas screensaver on the TV right now. It's a really nice, looks like an old Thomas Kincaid one. I did a little clip of it, but I turned the music down. I don't know if you can hear. I'll turn it down more because it's just against YouTube rules and regulations that you're not supposed to play unless you have the rights to the music. So I turned the music down. It's Christmas music, but nonetheless, I won't take a chance on getting a naughty letter from YouTube. So, all right, my tiles are drying up. I can see they're still wet, so I'll let them dry. So I don't know if I mentioned this when I made my tea, but I'll be doing a food pantry meal tonight, which will be a pot of chili. And I went out to the garage to get 2 1-pound tubes of ground beef that we received from the food pantry. And I believe everything we're going to use is from the food pantry. The ground beef, the onions, tomato soup, the noodles. I believe we had the noodles, but I believe we got some from the food pantry as well. The only other thing that I know we got is the chili sauce. So, and Glenn grew up with chili with noodles in it. So me being from California, I didn't know chili as that way until I got here, obviously. And the way I knew chili was the thick chili, like a Hormel type of chili. But yeah, so that's the way we make our chili, with the noodles. And so yeah, that's what I'll be making tonight. And I'll also be making a fudge tonight. Yeah. So, and that chili should take us 2 or 3 days. So we'll be set. The tiles are still just a tad bit dry, or a tad bit wet. So yeah, when I say I went out to the garage to get the ground beef, we don't have like a chest freezer or an extra freezer for that matter. We do have something extra, but it's kind of all over the place. We use our portable fridge freezer that we take camping, and in the wintertime we make it just totally a freezer. So we have stuff in there. And then we have a small cube, like a dorm refrigerator. It's just a tabletop one. It's a square one. And we turn that all the way cold so we can freeze stuff in there as well. And then we use a cooler. Being winter in Wisconsin, the overnight lows are really cold. So we don't keep meats in there. But what we did, we bought 3 blocks of ice and put them in there. And they are still ice after a month. So, and then we put stuff like produce or cheese, sour cream, whatever, dairy products, things like that. We keep them cold in there. So I just actually went out to the cooler to check it. I took out a gallon of milk because we were out of milk in the house. And the gallon of milk is actually partially froze. So that's how cold it gets. And that's a good thing that it's winter right now. Otherwise, I wouldn't know what to do with the stuff. So yeah, that's our means of keeping stuff frozen and cold. Because, like I said, our refrigerator is tiny. I'm taller than our refrigerator, and I'm 5'6". So, and it is pretty narrow, so we don't fit a lot of stuff in there. And our freezer is even smaller. So, all right, looks like we're about ready to get started here. So I'm going to bring the camera back a little bit. I will show you one tile, and then I'll come back for the second layer of it. Okay, so I'm going to grab this tile, and I grab it. When I grab the tiles, I grab them by the edges. I don't try not to touch the surface because I've already cleaned it off. And I just kind of tilt it so I can see if there's anything there. Alright, so I am going to pour my Mod Podge in my little tray here. I haven't opened it up, so I gotta take off the... Now the kind of crafting I do is mostly photo crafts because I'm more of a photographer, and I would like to learn other crafts, but I guess photo crafts is my passion, I guess I'll say. So, alright, I'm going to get started. Hopefully you guys can see. Alright, I'm going to put my first layer on the tile. And I go horizontal and I go vertical. Alright, and then I'm going to take a picture of just my photo. Just give it a quick wipe down. And I put it. Okay, so that's pretty much all I do for the first layer. Now I'm going to put this back in the corner until I get a first layer on all of them. And by that time, by the time I'm done with the last one, this one should be ready to have the first layer on top put on it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do the rest. I won't do it on camera, and I will get back to you. All right, folks, so I have Mod Podged all the photos on the coaster, and now by the time I got to the 9th one, the very first one was dry. So now I'm ready to put the first layer over the coaster, which I have already started. And I'm doing it in the same fashion. I go horizontal strokes and then I go vertical. So you can see here, this is the first layer on top of the photo, and it comes on white, but by the time it dries, it's going to be clear. Okay, so that's all it does. That's all you do. So now I'm going to go through all of these and do the same thing, and then I'll check my first one, which would be this one, and see how dry it is. I'll be able to tell just by if I see white streaks in there still. If I do, that means it's still wet. Okay, so I'm going to put this one back in the original corner where I took it from over here, and then I'm going to start doing these. All right, so I glue them the same way I did before I put the photo on top. All right, so now I'm going to put this back and get started on the rest. All right, so I'll be back. Okay, everyone, so I'm almost ready to put the second layer of Mod Podge. You can see this is the last one I did, and you can see it's still a little wet from the white streaks there. So the Mod Podge is not dry on those. But on these, you can see it's pretty cleared up now, and I have touched them and they feel dry. So I'm going to put the second layer on that. So you can see I'm doing the little red truck address labels right here. Had a customer order 3 of them, so she'll get 4 of them. My shop is buy 3, get the 4th one free automatically, no matter what it is. Whether it's address labels, magnets, bookmarks, stickers, whatever it is you find. You buy 3, you automatically get a 4th one free. So she ordered 3 red trucks and 3 of a different type, which she'll get 4 of those also. So yeah, I'm just going to do those orders, and then I'm going to come back and put the second layer of Mod Podge on, okay? Sorry I don't put it too much on my computer screen, but I've got names and addresses up there I don't want to show to the world, okay? Be back.